Good afternoon, fam. Hey, Jay. Hey, beautiful butterfly. Hey, John. Hey, Shaper. Girl, you got to do some more videos on being out there in the oil field, okay? I saw the last one that you did with the I want to see you working, girl. I want to see what you doing out there in that oil field with them men. But today, y'all see, I'm in a hotel, okay? As you always say, how do you have time to be in a hotel and stuff like that? I make time. I make time for myself, because if I don't make time for myself out here, then I'll feel trapped in that truck, okay? So I have to make time to get out. I just got with my CDL for my CR England trainer. Trainer is not good. Well, I'm glad you got your CDL, Darrell. I know it's tough with that trainer, okay? Ladies, what I wanted to do is I wanted to come in here and just chat with y'all for a little bit while I have time, because y'all are going through some things. Y'all been calling me, you're on the phone, and a lot of you are going through some things, and I want to come in and encourage you. You know, when you make the decision to come into truck driving, and something's not going good for you and things are happening to you not in a positive way, you need somebody to come in and motivate you and inspire you and help you keep going, because you don't want that person that told you, you know, I told you it wasn't going to work. I told you that you wasn't going to make it. I told you that, you know, it was too hard for you. But that's what I want to come in and do today, okay? Because you are going through the same struggles that I went through when I first started. And a lot of us went through when we first started. You know, you may be over there at CR England. You may, like Darrell is, you may be over there at Swift. You may be over there at these huge starting companies where there's a lot of people. And we as females, Brian finna start Swift, go. Do your thing. Do what you got to do. Y'all, it's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. Okay? And then, let me tell you, for you females, this is for the women. These are for the ladies. For the females. When you get out here in this industry, you remember, you are coming into an industry where it's dominated by men. Okay? And all these men are not going to treat you fairly, and they're not going to respect you, and they're not going to and they're going to do a lot of things to you, as far as harassing you and making you feel less than. They're going to make you feel intimidated. They're going to make you feel less than. They're going to make you feel like you don't deserve to be here, okay? I've been through that, and I know how it is, okay? And I continue to go through that on a different, not all the time, because when I came in the industry, I'm a little bit older, okay? So I'm 40 years old, and there's some things that in this industry that you're going to go through, okay? I'm 40 years old. I don't go through the same things maybe as a 21-year-old goes through, okay? Because I've been around the block a couple of times, and then I'm set. And I'm not saying all male drivers out here are like that, okay, Professor? I'm not saying that, but there are a lot. This is a male-dominated industry, okay? So just because one person doesn't feel like that, it's a lot of people out here that do not want you to be in this industry. There's a lot of people out here that will make you feel intimidated and feel like a woman is not deserving on driving a truck, okay? They have these old school ways. There hasn't been a time, I mean, being a woman in this industry is not something that's happened over a long period of time, okay? This is fairly new, okay? You have people that's been in this industry for 30 years. I have a lady that started that they didn't hire women at all, okay? So what I'm saying to you today, yes, you are going to find men out here that's going to help you, that's going to talk to you and try to give you, you know, some of the things that they learned out here. But you also have people out here that don't care nothing about you being a female, okay? And they will try you. They will try you, and they will intimidate you, and they will make you do, they will do everything in their power to send you back to the house. And I'm not just talking about drivers, okay? I'm talking about dispatchers. I'm talking about fleet managers. I'm talking about supervisors. I mean, it goes up and up and up. And everybody is not happy that you a female and you out here. A lot of men, some men feel like you should be at home cooking, cleaning, and doing the things at home, okay? But a lot of times we come out here because we want to make a living. We come out here because we want the same opportunity as anybody else, okay? So what I'm saying to you is right, Lisa, including our president, what I'm saying to you is when you run into these type of people, okay, because you are going to run into them. They are out here, okay? They're going to be your CDL instructor. They're going to be the driver in the next truck to you. They're going to be the person at the truck stop that's the cashier. They're going to be all types of people, okay? And you got to be able to deal with that. You have to be able to develop thick skin out here. And if they fail you, you go back 2 weeks later and you do it again. A lady called me yesterday and said, I'm so disappointed. I've been in school for 6 months, okay? And I failed the offset parking. She's been in school for 6 months, okay? Y'all got to imagine 6 months without an income, trying to get this CDL, and she missed it by one thing. Okay, do you understand how devastating that is? How hurtful that is just to get so far and then somebody tells you you didn't pass, okay? So she has to go back 2 weeks later to take it again. And what I told her was, you go into that school every day for the next 2 weeks and you practice what you failed at, okay? And then what you do is you go in there and you practice it until you make it perfect. And when you make it perfect, you know that you got that done. Get your CDL. Don't let nobody stop you from getting out here. You're going to have people that are other students that they could pick up on everything really quickly, okay? And you're not going to be able. The main thing that I hear students talk about is, I didn't get no driving time. They didn't let me drive. I only went around the corner and back. You're not going to get a lot of driving time while you at that school, okay? You're not. You want to get your driving time. I love when students tell me I didn't get no driving time, because baby, when you get on a truck with me, you're going to have all the driving time that you need to have out here, okay? So keep going. That's what I want to tell you. Keep going. I have people that's been trying to get a CDL for a year, 9 months. You know, people that are trying to pass a permit, okay, that's going down to the DMV office every other day. Keep taking that test. Do you know how devastating that is when somebody keeps telling you that you haven't failed? I mean, that you haven't passed, and you're giving it all that you can possibly give? It's hurtful. How many times that I had to cry? Do you know that I was on a truck with a trainer for 6 weeks, and I had to be quiet in the back seat or every time he was on the phone, because he did not want his fiance to know that he was training a female student? Okay? So there are going to be things that you are going to go through out here, and you got to keep going, and you got to push through. And if somebody out here, if they don't respect you, you demand the respect, okay? Don't take nothing off of nobody. Nobody has the right to cuss you out. Nobody has the right to intimidate you. Nobody has the right to harass you. Nobody has the right to bully you. And if you don't speak up for yourself, okay, nobody else is going to speak up for you. I got a call yesterday. Another female called me and said, Tamara, you know, I got my new dispatcher. Everything was going great until I got this new person, and he's talking to me like I'm a child. He's cussing at me. He's saying this and he's saying that. You have to let people know what you will and will not tolerate, okay? You have to realize that you are valuable. You have a CDL, okay? You don't have anything on your record. Companies will fight tooth and nail to have you, okay? So don't ever think that you got to stay in a place that somebody is cussing at you, that is treating you like you a child, that is harassing you, calling you every 5 minutes, asking you this, that, and the third, or is trying to bully you into something, telling you that you got to deliver this load. If you don't get that load there, it's going to be, you know, some consequences and all that kind of stuff. Don't let nobody talk to you like that. And people will only talk to you the way you allow them to talk to you and speak to you, okay? Demand. This is an industry that you're going to have to fight. You're going to have to fight tooth and nail for everything you want out here. Nobody is going to give you anything. Okay, they're not, okay? And I hope that you look at my videos, and I hope that you look at me and see that I fought. And I'm still fighting every day, okay? I come across people all the time that wants to try me and disrespect me and think they're going to bully me, and I don't let that happen. I keep going because I got other things that I got to do, and this person is not going to interrupt that. And you have to have that same mentality out here, okay? You got to fight. You got to fight, and you got to surround yourself with people that is going to fight with you, okay? When you call me, I'm gonna tell you, get your butt up in the morning and you go back out there. You go back out there and you try it again, and you don't come back until you get that CDL. And call me when you get your CDL, okay? Call me when you get your CDL, okay? But you keep trying and you don't give up. If this is something that you've been fighting for, I had a lady call me and said, Tamara, I've had a record. I'm a felon, okay? I'm a convicted felon, and I've been working on my CDL for 11 years, okay? She has got everything, her permit and everything, and is just waiting to get that CDL and missed it by 1 point. You think I'm gonna let her give up right now? No, you come too far. 11 years? I'm worried because I'm not going to be able to get a job out here when I get my CDL. I got you. You will be able to get hired out here if you are a convicted felon, okay? If this is something that you did 10, 15 years ago, girl, listen, I got over 50 companies right here in this tablet that will hire you, okay? Not saying that everybody that you apply for will hire you, but there are folks out here that need drivers, and they don't care about what you did in your past 10 years ago, okay? They care about you being safe on the road and to deliver that load, okay? Another thing people don't care about, they don't care about your education. They don't care about you got a degree. They don't care about none of that. These companies, they care about you being safe. Okay, you keeping your record clean, you delivering your loads on time. That's what this industry is about. That's what they care about. Okay, everything that you did in your past doesn't matter when you get into this industry. Okay, you did your time. Okay, you did that. Okay, and a lot of people did these things when they was young, when they was teenagers. They didn't know any better. Okay, I talked to a man yesterday and I said, what did you do before you got into trucking? He said, Miss Brock, I was in jail for 20 years. I said, for what? Armed robbery. Okay, he's 40 years old. He spent 20 years in jail, okay, for armed robbery. He done his time. His time is over. He did that. So he came out here, got his CDL, and he got a job. Don't let that stop you, okay? You can do it. You can get it done. And I have over 50 people. Another thing is, don't feel obligated that you have to stay in a non-healthy environment, something that is going to make you feel bad, something is that just going to ruin your day, and hate that you got to get up in the morning and drive. Don't stay there, okay? I'm telling you, there's so many opportunities out here for you. All you got to do is keep your record clean and get your experience, okay? There's no reason why you should be in a situation that you got to be treated unfairly. I'm sorry, y'all. I was not looking at the comments. Let me see. I have a good trainer. That's why I keep going. Yeah, and the trainer has a lot to do with it. You know, you being having a good or bad mentor has a lot to do with how you feel out here. My trainer, he was a good trainer, an excellent trainer. He had many years in the industry. Did he do everything that I liked? No. Was there times where I just went in the bathroom and cried because I hated him so much? Yes. But I pushed through and I got through that, okay? And that's what you got to realize. The situation that you're going through right now is only temporary, okay? Until you get your own truck and you get out there on the road, there's so much more opportunity out there for you. Just keep going, okay? That's what I wanted to tell y'all about. What else? Do y'all have any questions for me, y'all? The work at home program is going outstanding. I could not ask for anything better. I have about 35 people in there working, getting their training, doing what they have to do. If you want any information about that, you can inbox me. I can send you the link so you can go in there and check out the jobs that they have on there. A lot of customer service, roadside assistance. Who else that I saw popped up? A good company. There's a lot of them in there. You just have to go in there and see. The jobs pay anywhere between $9 and $12 an hour, okay? And you could do pretty good, okay? So it's an independent contractor position. You're not getting any taxes or anything. I take a fee out your check, which is $39.99. Okay, the reason why I'm in this hotel right now is because my truck, okay, I'm in St. Louis, so my truck is at the yard. I was on my way up from Memphis to go to Wisconsin, and when I was driving last night, or the night before, I felt my clutch go in. Okay, so like when I hit the clutch, instead you're supposed to only hit that clutch a little bit at a time. I mean, like, you know, tap on it to be able to shift. Well, my clutch, you couldn't tap on it. It went all the way to the bottom while I was driving. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't know what to do. So I had to float all the way up to St. Louis. And when I stopped, it kept cutting off because the clutch wouldn't let me, it wouldn't let me move in and out. But let's see. Let me see. Okay, that was somebody that inboxed me. Okay, but yeah. Now I brought the truck to the yard and I said something's going on with my clutch. I think something popped off or something like that. Y'all, I did not know that the clutch has clutch fluid. Okay, you know, they tell you to check your fluids and everything like that. I'm sorry, I apologize. I did not know that the clutch had clutch fluid. Okay, so all they had to do was put the clutch fluid in the thing and my clutch is fine. Okay, now I know. These are the things you learn out here, y'all. I do not have a degree. I'm not a technician. Only thing that I can do is if something's going wrong, I can you know, tell them what the problem is, and whatever it is, if it's simple, then next time I'll know. So now I got to go buy some clutch fluid. They also changed the airbag. I had a leaking airbag and the part came in, so they went and changed that. So I got a load, but it doesn't deliver until 4:30 in the morning, so that's why I'm still here. Okay, look at Ripley. Ripley's over there. Where you at, Rip? He over there getting his rest. Y'all see him? He over there getting his rest, so we get out here. But we will be leaving. Let me try to put that up. Okay, we will be leaving out of here today. Y'all, I went to the beauty supply store. Okay, look. My eyebrows, if y'all see that, they're a little bit dark. I tried this thing called, it's to a place called Selva, S-E-V-A. It's in the mall. And what they do is they offer a service that will tint your eyebrows. So it's like a dye that's on your eyebrows that will keep them the same color, and you don't have to do your eyebrows every day, and it usually lasts about 2 to 3 months. This is my first time trying that. The lady asked me about it. I don't know anything about it, so I told her, yeah, I'll try it. So that's why my eyebrows are so dark. They put like a tint on it, and it stays on there for like 2 to 3 months. Okay. Now I was sitting in there, she said that she would do my lashes, so she did the individual lashes in there. But I saw this commercial on TV, right? So I saw this commercial on TV, and I stopped by the beauty supply store last night, and they have these things called the magnetic. Have y'all ever tried it? The magnetic eyelashes. So this is how this is supposed to work, I guess. Hold on. Have y'all ever bought any of, ooh, almost broke it. But anyway, you're supposed to take the lash off, and it has a, it has a magnetic, can y'all see that? It has a magnetic strip on it. So you take one and put it on the top and one on the bottom, and then that way you don't have to use the glue anymore to do your eyelashes if you want to do that. I'm getting into, you know, different things that I see on TV. I also brought that, I don't know if y'all ever saw that on TV, but you take the eyebrow thing and it's like a stamp, and you take it and you're supposed to stamp it, and it's supposed to give you this perfect eyebrow. I brought that too. But anything to make my life a little bit more simpler. But did y'all have any questions about going to school or anything like that? I have a couple of students that's in school right now. They've got their permits, yay! But they have to wait 14 days to get their license. So a lot of them are still working on getting their license. Once they get their license, they'll get on the truck with a trainer. So what I do is, when you get in school, I call you once a week to see how you're doing. Like, I know at CR England, I called one of my guys up there at CR England to make sure he had some food and to make sure he was eating, okay? And he texted me back and told me he was going to Walmart, and he was going shopping. Old School, what's your opinion of Prime? Prime has a wonderful program. Prime have great trainers. They break their training up into 2 phases. They have phase 1, where you go out with a trainer with your permit. They have phase 2, where you go out with a trainer with your license, okay? So they break their training up in 2. Prime has one of the highest paid training programs. And oh yeah, mad about CC, you didn't go to training school. I'm getting a lot of that, y'all. I'm getting a lot of people that didn't even go to training school. They getting their license on their own. They took their permit, they looked at videos, and some people are calling the schools and renting a truck. You can rent a truck for like $200, take it down there to the DMV and take your driving test. So some people are doing that. And once they get finished with that, then all they do is sign up and go with a company that will train them. Let's see. Oh yeah, I'm at LTI. 1 year, you need to call me. Inbox me. My number is 800. Call me. It's 800-620-9235. 1 year to go, and my truck will be paid for. That's great. I got 2 years. Okay, I'm praying every day that I make 2 more years so I can eventually have a truck paid off. I don't know if y'all saw that LLC video. So a lot of y'all need to make sure that you get your LLCs before you go to do a lease and buy a truck and start your business off correctly, okay? I hope I made that video simple for you so you can take that in when you go into orientation. I drive a FedEx Ground, Olive Branch. Where did you get your training from? When you went and you got your CDL and your license, how did they train you? Did they have, like, you know, somebody hired you and just trained you on the road? A lot of companies, what is better, local or OTR? When you do local, you got to really know how to drive. You got to really know how to back because you got to be able to maneuver that truck in small places, okay? Local ain't easy. But it just depends on you. If you don't have a family, you don't have any kids, you don't have any responsibility, you've never been out your state before, you may want to go OTR, okay? So you can see what's out there. But once everybody sees what's out there, they've been to all these different places. Like I was OTR, I'm now regional. I'm not interested in going to Salt Lake City, Utah anytime soon, okay? I'm not interested in going to Cheyenne, Wyoming. Y'all, the weather is so bad down here. I don't even think that the South was prepared for all these storms that we are having. When I came up from Memphis the other night, that snow came down so fast and it froze on that road. Black ice was everywhere. It was 8 trucks in the medium jackknife, okay? Because once you lose traction on that truck, ain't nothing stopping you. Once you lose that traction, ain't nothing stopping you. And you know, your speed has everything to do with it. So I made it up here to St. Louis. I had just got to a place and I was like, you know what? I looked at my bill late, and I think I had some sewing machines or something on there. And I was like, you know, this is not worth it. Let me get off this road and then try to continue in the morning. When I woke up the next day, the snow had already fell, and you know, I went on about my business. Do you have any ideas on power only entertainment transport? Is that a company, or are you asking me about just power only? I have some friends that paid off their truck at KLLM and they went and did power only. On power only, you will pull any almost any trailer. You'll be able to pull drive-in, reefer, flatbed, even oversized. And they do have companies that just do power only if you do not have your trailer. Let's see. 10 rollovers over there. Yeah, Memphis is bad. Kentucky is bad. And you know, the weather, even though the weather is bad up there in Wyoming and Utah and all that kind of place, and I-80, the difference between that weather up here and down here is that they're prepared for it. You know, every section you have a one of those trucks that's getting the snow and all that, the ice and all that off the road. But do power only do tankers? Yeah, power only. You can do tanker with power only as well. But coming up here, you rarely saw, you know, the people putting salt down and all that kind of stuff. So that's what makes it really, really bad. But what can you do? I mean, I remember last winter was not nearly as bad as this winter is. This winter is extremely bad. I feel like I've been beat up out there. I just feel like it's just cold for no reason. And I'm talking about negative degrees and all that kind of stuff. And it's like we're not getting a break whatsoever, you know. And we got to keep these trucks with the antifreeze in it, with the windshield wiper, checking the oil, checking the, you know. And I was doing all that, but I didn't know I had clutch fluid. Let's see. No, see, it's not a ladies only. What I was doing was I just wanted to come and tell a lot of females that watch me that are in school right now that they're going through some things. They're going through some things. They're going through, you know, not passing the permit. They're going through not passing the CDL. You know, a lady called me and said half the class, they just all went and took their CDL and half the class didn't pass. Okay, and that right there is it's disappointing. And to be and you want to quit, you want to go home, you're gonna be like, you know, I'm tired of trying. And especially if you don't have any money. You know, it's hard to keep going when you know you got your finances and stuff that's hindering you. So it's just for me to let you all women know that keep going, keep trying, keep doing whatever it is you need to do to make it happen. You come too far. If you made it to school, you've come too far to give up now. And you're going to have disappointments. You're going to have setbacks. And you're going to have that, that in the daily life of things. And I mean, sometimes I get calls with people telling me about, they dispatchers. Lord have mercy. I don't care where you go, what company you go to, you are going to have people that's going to disrespect you. You are going to have people that's going to intimidate you. And you have to stand firm, and you have to not tolerate it at all. Don't even play with them, and document. If you at a mega company, if you at a company somewhere that they're doing that to you, then there's repercussions, okay? You do not have to sit there and allow anyone to harass you, mistreat you, bully you, any of that, disrespect you in any kind of way. You're here to do a job, and you got a huge responsibility on your back, and you don't need to be going down the road stressed out about what some dispatcher said to you, okay? So there are, I would say, the first thing that you need to do, how do you handle a situation? You want to address that person, okay? If somebody is disrespecting you, if somebody is calling you out your name, if somebody is cussing at you, you got to let them know, look, I don't tolerate that. I don't tolerate the disrespect. I will not allow you to treat me any kind of way. And if you continue to do that, I need to go to another board. I need to be on somebody else's board, okay? And if it doesn't stop, then you take it to the next level. You notify the supervisor of that dispatcher and let them know what the situation is. Each and every time you need to document everything, okay? You always document, okay? Because as you go up the chain of command, you need to document every step of it. So when you reach the top, if you talk to the dispatcher themselves, they don't do anything about it. They don't change, because a lot of this I'm hearing is that, oh, these people been here for 10, 15 years. I don't care if you've been with a company for 20 years. You still have no right to disrespect me. You have no right to use profanity when you have a conversation with me. And if you cannot do that, then I don't need to be on your board, point blank, period. And if this company allows you to continue to try to harass me, then we're going to do something about it. But nothing is going to be done if you don't say anything. If you sit back and you be quiet and you don't say nothing, nothing's going to be done. You got to take up for yourself, okay? So if you don't know what to do, I'm going to tell you what to do. I filed an EEOC complaint, okay? I filed one when I was with AT&T for discrimination, okay? Won my lawsuit, okay? So I can tell you exactly what you need to do. You talk to that person. You let them know that you're not going to tolerate it. You go to a supervisor. You ask to be removed from this person's board. If they don't remove you, you go to HR. Okay, everybody has every major company has an HR department. You discuss that with your HR department, and if they don't do anything about it, baby, you go to the EEOC, equal opportunity employer, EEOC. Okay, what you do after you go to the EOC commission, okay? What you do after you do that, if they haven't disciplined that person, if they haven't went and talked to that person, if they haven't done anything, that's your next step. Once you go there, you get what is called a right to sue, okay? You sue them, and you know what makes changes? Changes come from people paying money out of their pocket for lawsuits that they could have did something about, okay? That's where you get a change, okay? So if you got to make them pay out of their pocket until they start making changes for these women and being respectful to these women that's out here, because we're not going anywhere. Okay, it's going to be more and more people out here. And if you stuck back in the 50s and the 40s and all that kind of stuff where women wasn't in the transportation industry, and you don't think that we need to be respected, then you make them pay with go in their pocket. Okay, and then once you go in their pocket, then that's when they start making changes. Okay, only thing that I can do is I can just let you know that you do not have to tolerate it, okay? Do know that you don't have to tolerate it. You need to have peace out here in the workplace, okay? Because you have a dangerous career out here, and you do not need to be intimidated. You do not need to be harassed. You do not need to be bullied at all. Do your job. You know, you out here for a job. We a team. I ask you to respect me because I'm not going to pick up the phone and I'm not going to cuss you out. I can tell you everything that I need to tell you in a professional way. I'm not going to make you feel bad. I'm going to just say, we need to communicate more. What can we do to make this situation better? Okay? So yes, that's what you do. I took AT&T to court for discrimination and harassment. 3 years later, I won my case. I can't tell you how much it was for because we sealed it or whatever. But yeah, that's what you do. So it's up to you. Are you going to take it or you not? If you're going to take it, it ain't going to get better. They're going to do you like that because they can. They're going to walk all over you because you allowed them to. Okay? That's not everybody. Not everybody at all, but there's a lot of people that set in their ways and they think it's okay and they don't think there's nothing wrong with it. And they have people that's over them that allow them to do that because they've been in a position for so long. Okay? And they think that they could do that to women. Okay? Why? Because we're not gonna do nothing. When the last time you heard a female truck driver go in there and blow up or kill somebody in the terminal? Okay? Do you think that they got all those locks and stuff on the door and all those protection around them dispatchers so you can't even get to them for females? No, because they know we ain't doing that. It's the men that go up in there and show them what they're working with. Okay? So don't allow people to mistreat you out here in this industry. This is a tough industry and you have to have thick skin. Okay? Ain't no use of crying. This is not the industry for you to be crying in. Okay? It's time to do something about it. But other than that, I'm passionate about that because it's something that people don't have to do. Okay? When you try to make somebody feel less than, you don't have to do that. We out here to do a job. I just want to do my job. That's it. I don't want nothing else. I just want to do what I got to do, and that's it. Just tell me where I got to go, and that's it. And they think it's funny. Yeah, they do. They think it's funny. They don't care nothing about you. You mean nothing to them. And the quicker you go home, the better. Okay? Okay, I'll try to, Darrell. I can't promise. I'll try to, but if I don't call you, please call me. I got my headset. Oh, that's what I wanted to show y'all. I'm going a little tangent. Got my headset from Blue Tiger Elite. They sent it to the terminal for me. This time they sent me this one. Look, I ain't had the headset 5 minutes and I done already lost the thing on the headset. But this one is working very well. I know a lot of y'all call me or inbox me about the jobs that I have, okay? And it's so hard for me because I'm trying to learn every every company, okay? And I'm trying to learn every company, but give me 1 second, let's see something. And I can just give you an overview of who I have. Y'all, we got a contract with Ripley. They say, hey, Miss Pearl, say hey. Say hey. Look, Rip, say hello. He in the bed, child. Ain't no man gonna be in the bed with me. Ripley in the bed. Child. Ain't no man getting in the bed with Ripley. Let's see. The companies I have is Arnold Transportation. I got Averett. I got Bay and Bay. I got Cardinal Logistics. I have CFI. I got Comcar. I got CR England. I got CRST. I have DHE, Dependable Highway Express. I got EW Wiley. I got Eastern Freightways. I got EPS. I have EPS Express. I have Ferrari Transportation, Heartland, JMM Tank Lines, that's a tanker company. JB Hunt, King Group, Kelly's Transport. I got, is it Cook, Koch, Cook, Cook Transportations. What is this? Curly Camp Trucking, McLeod Express. What is it? Masala Valley Transport, MVT. I got Metropolitan Trucking, Midwest Industry Supply. I got National Carriers, NFI, P&S, P&S, Payson Logistics. I got Pam Transport, Pride Transport. I have Quality Carriers. That's a tanker company. I got Roadrunner. Roadrunner has over 20 companies, okay? Snyder. I have Snyder. I got Snyder, recent grads and experience. I have Sharkey Transportation. That's where Miss Brenda works. I have Smith, Staunton, Swift, Trans United, U.S. Express, USA Truck, West Side, and Wally Sanders, okay? So that's why when I go in here and you ask me, is there something that I can do in Atlanta, Georgia? Child, I got to, I got to look through all that. But I will. I promise y'all I will. I promise that, that I'm going to work and get knowledgeable about all the companies. And yesterday I got an email that I got DART. Okay, so DART, I got to learn about DART. So I got to learn about all these companies. So when you call me and you ask me about a particular one, I can be able to give you the information. And I got a lot more. That's only half of it, okay? So any of those companies that I named that you're interested, Wally Sanders, from Troy, Alabama, my area. Is that a good company, Sherman? You gotta tell me. I've been calling people asking about locals, you know, the people that, but see, local is different. People that work local don't get treated the same way people that work OTR, okay? People that work local, they go and they do their job and they go home. So there's not a lot of stuff that we deal with as OTR drivers and things like that. They know what they got to do. They may go in for 10 hours and they at the house every day. So it ain't, I don't think it's a lot of, you know, sitting around or whatever. I got air gas. Y'all ever heard of air gas? You don't have to have a class A. You can have a class B with them. They pay anywhere between 18 to 20 something dollars. I got to learn areas, you know, areas of how people run. I'm learning owner operators. I'm learning, and things I look at is because I may have a company like Big Rock. Okay, I got Big Rock that pays 80% of the load. Now, what I would say is if you own your own truck and trailer, that will be a great place for you. But if you don't own your truck or trailer, maybe not. And definitely if you don't own your own truck, that wouldn't be a good place, because the cost, there's a lot of fees involved, and the cost of it is, it would not be beneficial. You know, if you're paying for 80%, you still got to pay for a trailer. You still got to pay for all this other type of stuff. So that might not be good. You know, you may take something that's 65% or 75%, and they don't have a trailer rental. They don't charge you for Qualcomm. They don't charge you for tolls. They don't charge you for nothing. Boss lady, I have a class B, but trying to get the class, yeah, the difference between the class B and the class A is only one test. And I think it's the combination, ain't it? Because y'all that take class B, y'all do the general knowledge and air brakes, right? So it's just a combination that you got to go down there and take, and then you will be upgraded to a class A. So that's something, you know, you could do within a week, boss lady. You need to get on that. Yes, I have local jobs, and I try to post my local jobs on my page. So if you haven't been over to my page and check that out, I do try to post a lot of jobs there, but mostly I got Pennsylvania, I got Atlanta, I got Dallas, I got California. I got a lot of jobs there. Chicago. I got a lot of jobs there. I got what is it? Intermodal. I got to find out, exactly what that is. So when I'm talking to people, I know what I'm talking about, what they do, working at the port. I got port jobs. So it's a lot. But and not only that, to add fuel to the fire, I'm working on my logistics company. So this is what I think about what I'm going to do with my logistics company, okay? There's a lot of agents out there that need to work with brokers because brokers have the bond, they have the license and all that kind of stuff. So to first start off my broker business, I am going to hire agents that already have a book of business. There are 48 states, can't say much, need to pay more, nice tractors. Oh, okay. They need to pay a little bit more. Yeah, I'm finding that out a lot too. Companies are starting at 38 cents, but I'm finding too that the companies that start at a higher pay, like 44 cents or something like that, they may start at a higher pay, but the miles ain't there. So, it's a juggling match. Let's see. Can one make good money doing Southeast runs, financing a truck? Yeah, you can make good money doing Southeast, especially if you own your own truck. If you own your own truck, you find a lot of people that own those trucks or get a used truck, y'all seen them on the road. They don't do all that running on 48 states. They don't do no running up north. They don't do a lot of that. They find them a little circle and they run right around that circle. And they may make about $2,000, $2,500 a week, and they good with that. They ain't got no truck payment. They ain't trying to be out here killing nobody. They trying to make a decent living and go to the house. Who was not respect me for years. I finally was able to hold someone in corporate. Yeah, you got to speak up for yourself, especially us being females out here on the road. We have to speak up for ourselves. I mean, that's just like being in a relationship, an abusive relationship, and you don't say anything about it. Nothing's going to be done until you say something and do something about it, okay? You could call me all day. You could call me all day and we could have a kumbaya. We could cry it out. We could talk about what we gonna do and all that kind of stuff. But if you don't do it, ain't nothing gonna be done, We gotta stop talking about it. We gotta be about it. Look, y'all, now let me say this about the ELD. I found out that Sharon starting in CDL school, 35 cents a mile. Yeah, but and that's about average starting 35, 37. I think KLLM is 38 cents. That's average. After you get that experience and you get in there and you get a year, you're going to be looking at more up to like 43, 44, something like that. And then if you get over 5 years or something, then you looking at about 50 cents. But it's a cap on everything, okay? You only going to make so much money out here. You ain't going to break the bank and you ain't going to put the company in bankruptcy. But with the ELD thing, y'all, okay, if your truck is less than 2000, then you don't have to do the ELD, okay? But this is what they're looking at, okay? And now they're not going to get tickets. If you're not on electronic logs, you're going to just get a warning or whatever because they just checking right now, whatever. But these are the things that they're looking at. They're looking at, right now, tow truck drivers are not under the ELD, okay? But they're looking at can you imagine? I don't want tow truck drivers to be on ELD, okay? If my truck break down, I need to be towed to the Peterbilt, or the Kenworth. And if that's 200-300 miles, and my tow truck driver got to take a 10-hour break because he over his hours, I really don't want that. I don't want tow truck drivers at the truck stop the rest of their way. I want people I want people such as a tow truck driver to be able to tow wherever they need to go. I don't need them at the rest area. You can't put a tow truck and an 18-wheeler at the rest area anyway. Not for no 10 hours. They don't need to be on ELD. Another thing that I'm passionate about, I don't want to see livestock on ELD, okay? Because I just don't want to see cows. I mean, we already got enough truck drivers throwing trash and using the bathroom outside the truck and all that kind of stuff. We don't need cows, chickens, and bulls and all that. We don't need livestock at the truck stop, at the TA, okay? That's a lot of cleaning up. So I think they need to be exempt forever. But yeah, I don't think some people thought this whole thing through. They thinking that they're going to reevaluate the situation at a later time. But no, that's okay. We don't need that. Anybody, I mean, y'all really don't want that. They stink. We need for them to get wherever they want to go. And it's just like, let's see, 37 cents, that's good compared to old days when they were paying 28 cents. Some people still pay 28 cents, right? This industry has not changed too much as far as pay. Some people been out here for 10 years, 15 years, and they starting the same thing as what we getting now. So CR England, yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. But you know, in this industry, there's nobody. What I learned in the corporate world, like when I was with AT&T and stuff like that, we had union. You know, you weren't gonna say nothing to us. You weren't gonna do this. I mean, we had rights. We had, you know, you weren't gonna make us work no overtime. I did a class action suit against them because they wanted me to clock in 15 minutes early and not get paid for it. Girl, I went and got some of my girlfriends together and we sued them, okay, and got paid, got a check. But out here in the trucking industry, it's not a lot of people that got our back. Ain't nobody fight. It's like you don't have nobody like fighting for us, and the ones that are fighting for us don't have the money to do anything to make a change. You know, it's so much money in them other people getting what they want. You really don't have a lot of people, you know, fighting for your rights out here. It's just that whatever they say they want done, they gonna do it. And the driver is the lead, you know, even if they don't want it done, what people do, they either retire, turn in their truck, or do something else. You know, it's not. I noticed that when I came out here in this industry, I'm like, we ain't got no union. We don't got nobody like talking up for us and nothing like that. It was like, no, you may have that, you know, local. You may have different companies. I went to a shipper and they was on a mandatory 15-minute break. I was like, what? Mandatory 15 minutes. And I'm talking about when they went to break, everybody from the person who was at the front office to the person unloading the trucks went to break. They all broke at the same time and they was not coming back for 15 to 30 minutes. And if you was in the door waiting for your truck to be unloaded, oh well, they on a union break. That was crazy. That was crazy. But other than that, y'all, I didn't want to take up too much of your time. I just had a couple of minutes. I wanted to come in and say hello. I also want to come in and say thank you so much. OIDA is supposed to be the mouth for truckers. Yeah, but I see that they the mouth for truckers when you do class action, you know. And is it for owner operators? I don't think company drivers understand that. Oh, I did. I mean, isn't that just, is it for owner operators? They supposed to represent company drivers as well. But maybe I'm just, how would you say it? Maybe I'm just ignorant to the fact of what they do. I do know that they, you know, they have something to do with, you know, suing CR England because drivers wasn't getting paid. They was making them work for, I know they do a lot of class action suits, okay, and that's a lot. That's basically the only way you can get something done is because you have a lot of people, you know, joining in something. You know, I mean, but that's the only way. You know, if you get a class action suit and start making companies come out their pocket for stuff being done, then they'll make a change, okay? But just like they did with Swift, and they did with CR England, and, you know, people have to win these cases before they are willing to make changes in the industry. But it's hard. You fighting giants, you know. You might be this little bitty group, got about 15, 20 people, and you trying to go against a multi-million-dollar company. They ain't having that, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of them is gonna settle out of court anyway, because you ain't gonna bring it to the forefront. And the reason why they gonna settle out of court, because if I go in there and I win my case, okay, and it's made public, guess what? Everybody else is going to have the same case, and they're going to have to pay them too. But if I make a case and they sweep it under the rug, like I did with AT&T, I made a case, they swept it under the rug, and it was closed, you know, undisclosed amount. We ain't going to talk about it no more. But if I actually took it to trial, then everybody going to know about it. They don't want everybody to know about it. They want to keep that between me and them. You know, we don't want everybody coming after us. We gonna give you a couple of dollars so you go about your business. Let's see, what's the status of the class? I don't know. I haven't been in and reading about the different class action suits that they have going on with different companies. But you know, people would do things that they can get away with until you say different. Okay, ain't nobody gonna stop them. They gonna do what they want to do until somebody get together and form a lawsuit, get a little attorney. And cause shoot, honey, I was about ready to go get with Eagle. I had about 50 people signed up. I was finna go in, but I had left. And when I get an attorney, I go get a big attorney, baby, that like money. That's all you got to do. Get you a big attorney that like money and will take your case for free and can sit and wait to get paid. But yeah. Other than that, y'all, did y'all have any other questions for me? But I just wanted to come in and say thank you. I see all you new people that's sharing your stories and doing the YouTube thing and things like that. You know, shout out to you, especially you females out here. It's great to see a lot of other women sharing their experience and the things that they're doing out here so others can get involved as well. Continue to make your videos, continue to put the word out there so, you know, people will have a variety of folks that they can look at and share, because all of our experiences are different. So shout out to you all for doing your thing, for opening up your life, for telling us, you know, the things that you are experiencing. I know it does help other people that try to get in this industry. So keep doing what you do. But other than that, y'all, peace, love, and joy and happiness. Please don't forget to share my videos, to like the videos, subscribe to the videos. Because of you is why I'm at 16,000, okay? And it's a journey, so I hope we keep going, and hopefully I can bring you things that you need out here as far as getting your business started, as far as finding a job, as far as working at home, and also as far as sharing my experience out here on the road. So y'all, it's been 59 minutes. And I am about to lay down for a little bit because I got to get up tonight. Ripley, you got something you want to talk about before we get out of here? We ain't got but a couple seconds. Come on. You want to say something? You got something to say, buddy? Huh? I love you. Say I love you, Mom. Say I love you. Say thank you. Say thank you. All right, y'all. Talk to y'all later. Bye.